Starting today, my sister and niece will stay with us, my husband said seriously. We'll take care of them and make sure they have everything they need. I was shocked. What? What is he talking about? For the past month, his sister hadn't paid anything for the house. We had been feeding her. Wait a second, I said, feeling angry. You never told me we'd be living with them all the time. Ronan looked confused. Lisa is divorced now. We have to help her and live. We're going to build a new house and live as a family of 5. I stared at him, trying to understand. Then, suddenly, everything became clear. My name is Rylan. I'm 32 and a housewife. I've been married to Ronan for 7 years, and we have a 5-year-old daughter, Mia. I thought we were happy, but I was wrong. It seemed like Ronan cared more about his sister than about me and our daughter. One evening, I heard the doorbell, thinking it was my husband. I opened the door. Instead, Lisa and her daughter Liv were standing there. I'm home, Ronan said as he walked in behind them. Welcome home, I said, though I felt confused and annoyed. Lisa, why are you here? I brought them, Ronan answered like it was no big deal. Hi, Rylan, it's been a while, Lisa said, smiling. Oh, hi, I replied, forcing a smile. I pulled my husband aside and whispered, what are you doing? Why did you bring them here? He looked annoyed. Lisa is having trouble with her ex-husband. I felt bad for her, so I told her to stay here. No way, I protested. What's wrong? He asked. You should have talked to me first. This is my home too. Mia lives here too. It's not forever, Ronan said, brushing past me. But I knew better. Since we got married, I noticed how much Ronan adored his sister. Even when we were dating, he would always talk about her. After our wedding, Lisa visited us all the time. She ate with us, went shopping with Ronan, and acted like she was part of our household. Ronan never told her to stop, he just said, it's fun. When Lisa got married, I was relieved because she finally stopped coming over. But now, she was back, and I was sure we would go through the same nightmare again. When I walked back into the living room, Lisa was already lying on the couch, watching TV like she owned the place. Ronan, as usual, was spoiling her. Lisa, do you want some coffee? He asked, smiling. Yes, please, she said happily. Liv, I'll get you some orange juice, he added. Yay, cool, Liv cheered. There's pudding in the fridge, Ronan continued. Ooh, I love pudding, Lisa said excitedly. Wait, I interrupted, I bought that for Mia and me. Don't be selfish, Ronan said with a sigh. We should be kind to guests. What, are you calling me selfish? I asked, offended. Mia looked sad when she realized her pudding was gone. I bent down and said gently, Mia, let's go to a restaurant. You can have any dessert you want. Really? Yay, she cheered. I needed to get out of that house. As Mia happily ate her parfait at the restaurant, I sipped my coffee and thought, I have to find a way to make Lisa leave. Suddenly, I heard a familiar voice. Oh, there you are, Ronan said, walking in. What? I asked, confused. You should have at least made dinner for us, he scolded. I stared at my husband, shocked. I left your food on the table, I said. You should have also made food for Lisa and live quickly, he said coldly. You're not a good housewife. What are you even saying? I snapped, feeling my anger rise. Ignoring me, he smiled at Lisa and picked up the menu. Let's see what looks good, he said excitedly. He and Lisa ordered steak, and Liv got a kid's meal. I had wanted a peaceful meal with Mia, but they completely ruined it. Then Liv pointed at Mia's parfait. I want one too. Lisa nodded. Dessert sounds nice after dinner. Ronan ordered 2 parfaits, and Lisa and Liv shared one. How much can you eat? I mumbled. You just had pudding earlier. Lisa just shrugged. That's why we're at a restaurant. I'm so full, she said, stretching. Me too, Liv giggled, rubbing her stomach. Lisa yawned. I'm getting sleepy. Ronan stood up. Let's go home, he said. Then, looking at me, he added, Rylan, you take care of the bill. What? I gasped. I felt like the floor had dropped from under me. Before I could protest, he walked out. In the end, I had to pay for everything. Because of their expensive orders, the bill was about $50. If Lisa hadn't come, we wouldn't have wasted so much money. 2 weeks passed, and Lisa still showed no signs of leaving. My husband focused on his sister and me so much that he barely paid attention to Mia. One day, Mia cried and asked me, does Dad love Liv more than me? I held her and tried to comfort her. Liv is going through a hard time, so your dad is just trying to help her, I said gently. But I knew things couldn't continue like this. I decided to talk to Ronan. Mia is really sad because you don't spend time with her, I said. I'm not saying don't care for Liv, but Mia is your daughter. She needs you too. Ronan sighed, looking annoyed. Okay, he said flatly. His tone made it sound like he was just brushing me off. I felt my anger rise again. Why are you acting like this? I demanded. Is it such a bother to talk to your own daughter? Why do you always nag? He muttered. Fine, I'll talk to Mia too. But nothing really changed. He still focused on Liv first and only paid attention to Mia when he had time. A month passed, and Lisa was still in our home. Every couple of weeks, I asked Ronan, when are they leaving? But he always said, I don't know yet. Lisa and Liv did whatever they wanted, and no matter how much I cleaned, the house was always a mess. Our apartment was small, and we had chosen it because it was cheap. We were saving money to build a house, but with Lisa and Liv around, it felt crowded and chaotic. Originally, each of us had our own room, me, Ronan, and Mia, but after Lisa moved in, I had to share a room with Mia, and the room. I was now staying in the room that had been my sister-in-law's. Just when I thought I couldn't take it anymore, my husband said something shocking. From now on, we'll take care of my sister and my niece, he said. We'll provide food, clothes, and everything else for them. I was stunned. What is he talking about? I thought. My sister-in-law hadn't paid for anything in the house for the past month. Wait a minute, I replied, not hiding my anger. You never said we'd be living with them all the time. Lisa and her husband got divorced, he explained. We need to help her and Liv. We're going to build a new house and start a new life as a family of 5. I stared at him, not understanding. Then, before I knew it, the words came out. Okay then, I'm divorcing you. What, divorce? He gasped. Yes, I can't stay married to someone who cares more about his sister and niece than his wife and daughter. That's just jealousy, Ronan said, trying to defend himself. Jealous? Don't make me laugh. I want to leave because I can't live with them anymore. Mia and I can't take it, I replied. Don't insult my sister, he snapped. I'm just being honest. All they do is take our money. It's like having 2 kids hanging on to us, I said. He lost his temper. That's enough. If you want a divorce, fine. I won't be sad to see you both go. I crossed my arms, unfazed. Fine, I'm glad you feel that way. I grabbed the divorce papers I had already picked up from the city office and handed them to him. He filled them out angrily while I packed my things. I took Mia and went to my parents' house. Later, we met with a lawyer to talk about dividing our property. For some reason, my husband brought Lisa along. She looked at me with a sneer. I wanted to see for myself how miserable you'd be, she mocked. Normally, I'd be angry, but at that moment, I didn't care. I spoke calmly. This is about what we've saved since we got married, so we'll split it 50-50, I said. That's a lot of money, Lisa said smugly, but it's fine. I can use the money from the property I got in my divorce. Good for you, I said, rolling my eyes. Are we done here? Yes, my husband mumbled. Well, Lisa and I will build a new house and start a comfortable life with Liv, he said, still acting like everything was fine. Rylon, are you really living in a tiny apartment as a single mom? Poor you, Lisa laughed. I stayed calm. I'll be staying with my parents for a while with Mia. By the way, I added, you say you're building a new house, but what about the land? What? Ronan blinked, confused. Oh, I guess you forgot, I said, pretending to be surprised. Remember? My father promised us the land to build the house, but now that we're divorced, that land isn't yours anymore. You won't be able to build a new house. Lisa's face fell. Oh no, I didn't know that. I thought you said we could live in a new house for free, she cried. Not my problem, I said flatly. I'm leaving now. I ignored their voices calling after me and left with my lawyer. The look on their faces was almost funny. I later heard that my ex-husband was still living with Lisa and lived in the apartment, but with all the extra expenses and child support, his savings were quickly disappearing. I also found out that Lisa's ex-husband had left her because she couldn't stop spending money. She would probably use up all of Ronan's savings too. A while ago, my ex-husband contacted me, asking to get back together, but I blocked his calls. I also got a new job, and my parents are helping me take care of Mia. I'm working hard as a single mom. Mia is very close to her grandparents, who love her, And she hasn't even asked to see her dad since the divorce. I'll keep watching her grow up and be happy with my family. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you liked this. See you in the next video.